The small coastal town of Charleston, South Carolina, was buzzing with excitement as the summer wedding season reached its peak. Among the many venues decorated with flowers and fairy lights, the prestigious St. James Hotel stood out like a jewel. It was here that Anna Mitchell found herself reluctantly stepping into her cousin's shoes. Her cousin, a freelance wedding photographer, had come down with the flu at the last minute and begged Anna, who knew her way around a camera, to cover just one booth, the candid photo corner for the guests. Anna wasn't a professional. She was an elementary school art teacher with a passion for creativity. But her kind heart wouldn't let her cousin lose the client. Dressed simply in a soft pastel dress, camera strap around her neck, she tried her best to blend into the elegant chaos of the wedding day. At first, Anna thought the job would be easy. Just smile, snap photos, and let the evening pass by quietly. But she soon noticed eyes following her, curious, intent, and warm. The man watching wasn't just anyone. It was Michael Hayes, the groom's older brother, and as everyone whispered, one of the most powerful young CEOs in New York City. At 36, Michael was strikingly handsome in a classic tuxedo, with a presence that commanded attention. Yet his gaze wasn't the sharp, businesslike stare he was known for in boardrooms. Instead, it was softer, intrigued. Anna didn't realize it at first. She was too busy helping bridesmaids strike funny poses and keeping children from knocking down props. But when she glanced up and saw him leaning casually near the bar, glass in hand, eyes fixed on her, her breath caught. Michael wasn't the type to be distracted at family events. As the best man, he had responsibilities, greeting guests, keeping things smooth for his younger brother, the groom. But from the moment he'd seen Anna behind the photography booth, laughing with a flower girl, tucking a loose strand of hair behind her ear as she adjusted her camera, something inside him shifted. For years, Michael had buried himself in his empire, raising his 7-year-old son alone after his wife's sudden passing. Romance was something he told himself he didn't have time for. But the woman at the booth had a light about her, a quiet authenticity that cut through the polished, artificial smiles of the high society crowd. His son, Ethan, had noticed her too. The little boy tugged at his father's sleeve and whispered, "Daddy, she looks nice. Can I take a picture with her?" Michael chuckled and nodded, feeling an unusual warmth at his son's innocent observation. Anna, unaware of who Michael really was, treated Ethan like any other child who came to her booth. She knelt down, helping him hold a quirky prop mustache, and made him giggle so hard that even Michael laughed. She snapped a series of candid shots, father and son smiling in a way that was genuine, unguarded. Later, when she handed Ethan a small printout of their photo, Michael noticed her hands were slightly trembling. She wasn't the polished, perfectly poised woman he usually met in his social circles. Instead, she was real, maybe even nervous. And that made her even more captivating. For the first time in years, Michael felt the pull of something beyond duty and responsibility. As the night went on, their paths crossed again and again. At one point, Anna nearly dropped her camera when a bridesmaid bumped into her, and Michael instinctively caught it before it hit the floor. Their hands brushed, eyes locked, and Anna felt her cheeks burn. "Thank you," she murmured, embarrassed. Michael smiled, his voice low and sincere. "You've got a talent for capturing moments people don't even know they're having." "That's rare." Anna blinked in surprise, unsure how to respond. She hadn't expected compliments from a stranger, especially one who radiated confidence and success. She didn't know his name yet, didn't know he was the CEO people whispered about in awe. To her, he was just a kind man with striking blue eyes and a son who adored him. By the time the night drew to a close, Anna was exhausted but happy. She thought her role in the wedding had gone smoothly, no disasters, plenty of smiles captured. She was packing up her camera when Michael approached her booth once more, his son in tow. "Ethan wanted to say goodnight," he said softly. Ethan grinned, hugging Anna before running back to the dance floor, where cousins were chasing each other. For a moment, Michael lingered, "You know," he said, almost hesitant, "I should be thanking you, too. It's been a long time since I've seen my son laugh like that. You gave him something I couldn't." Anna looked at him, caught off guard. She didn't know what to say, so she simply smiled and replied, "Maybe he just needed someone to see him the way he is." That simple answer stayed with Michael. Later, as the family gathered for farewells, he finally introduced himself. "Michael Hayes," he said, extending a hand. Anna's eyes widened slightly, recognition flashing as she realized who he was. She shook his hand, her voice a little shy. "Anna Mitchell. Just filling in for my cousin tonight," Michael chuckled. "Well, I think fate has funny ways of arranging things." Before she could respond, Ethan ran back, slipping his small hand into Anna's. Michael watched them together, his heart unexpectedly stirring with the thought that maybe, just maybe, this wasn't the end of the night, but the beginning of something life-changing.